Monsieur Morel! Monsieur Morel!
Really, Coquelet?
Oh, I'm sorry, monsieur. It's the Pharaon.
Pharaon, what's happened? Is the news?
She's here. I saw the signal. The pilot's going out now.
But that's good news, Coquelet. Why didn't you say? Good news. I was beginning to worry.
She's only 3 days overdue, monsieur.
Yes, I know. But all the same, these storms we've been having.
Oh, they wouldn't worry Captain Leclerc.
Captain Leclerc is a fine sailor. But they worried me, Coquelet. They worried me.
Stand by to drop anchor.
Ready?
Ready to lower mainsails, topsail and jib. What is it, Penelon?
There's a skip pulling up for us, sir. I think it's Monsieur Morel.
Yes, it is. Show him on board and bring him to my cabin.
Aye, sir.
Let go! Rail!
Ah, Dantes.
Monsieur Morel.
What's this I hear? What's happened to poor Captain Leclerc? Is it true that he's dead?
I'm afraid it is.
What's happened? Was he drowned?
No, he died of the brain fever. We buried him at sea a week ago.
What a dreadful thing. Brave, faithful Leclerc. I can scarcely believe it.
The whole ship mourns him.
And I with them. What an end for such a man. A captain who survived 10 years' war against the English.
Here is his sword and cross of honor. Would you like to give them to his widow, Monsieur Morel?
Yes, of course. I'll break the news to her myself. And at least she shall be well cared for. Well, there it is, Edmund. We are all mortal. The old must give way for the young. Which is just as well if you come to think of it. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any promotion. You did say the cargo was quite safe.
Ah, yes, safe and sound. You have my word for it, Monsieur Morel. And if I were you, I would... Ah, but here's your supercargo, Monsieur Danglars, who will furnish you with every particular. For my part, I must see to the anchoring and to dress the ship in mourning. With your permission, sir.
Yes, you have my permission, but come back as soon as your task is done.
I will, monsieur.
A sad business, Monsieur Morel.
Yes, very sad, Danglars.
A house as important as Morel and San cannot afford such a loss.
Cannot afford?
Can ill afford such a loss.
Ah, there I agree. Captain Leclerc was a brave and honest man.
A first-rate seaman, Monsieur Morel, a proper man to be charged with your interests. He had the experience of age.
You think that age is essential to experience?
Surely...
No, Danglars. I saw young Edmund bringing this ship in. Leclerc would have been proud of him.
He had the pilot at his side to prompt him.
But so does any captain entering the port of Marseille. No, what impressed me was the way the crew jumped to his orders. They obeyed his commands to a man. The Pharaon might have been a ship of the line.
I've no doubt he did well enough.
It was more than well done. It was a fine piece of seamanship. Edmond Dantes doesn't lack experience.
He doesn't lack self-confidence. The breath was hardly out of the captain's body before Dantes took command of the ship.
But as captain's mate, it was his plain duty to assume command the moment Leclerc died.
Was it also his duty to lose us a day and a half at Elba instead of making direct for Marseille?
Not unless the ship wanted repair.
Now, the ship was as sound as I am. No, Monsieur Morel. It was sheer caprice. Time wasted for the pleasure of stretching his legs on shore.
If what you say is true, then he did wrong. I shall certainly need an explanation for the delay.
And get one, never fear. I never knew a fellow with a more plausible tongue.
What is this grudge you bear him, Danglars?
Grudge, Monsieur Morel? None, upon my honor. I wouldn't do an ill turn to a comrade. Same time, I must confess I don't share your enthusiasm for the young man.
Why?
On a long voyage, you get to know your companions. In my opinion, Dantes is too stuffed with arrogance and conceit to have any interests at heart but his own.
That's an opinion I take leave to doubt.
I spoke only from a sense of duty to my employer.
To be sure you did, Danglars, and I shall certainly bear in mind what you have told me.
He fancies himself captain already.
And so, in fact, he is.
Wanting your signature, Monsieur Morel.
But why should he not have it? Oh, there's this business of putting in at Elba, but provided he can satisfy me on that score. You see, Danglars, I too know Edmond Dantès. And I prefer my judgment to yours. Ah, Edmond, is your task done?
Aye, it is. The whole city can read our tribute. Do you wish to talk to me?
Yes, I do. Danglars, take your account books and wait for me in my office, will you?
Very well.
Now, Edmond, tell me why you stopped at Elba.
I don't know. When Captain Leclerc lay dying, he gave me a sealed package and instructed me to deliver it to Marshal Bertrand. It was not an order that you would have wished me to disobey.
Well, of course not. Did you see the Marshal?
Oh, yes. Come in. Oh, yes, I delivered it to Marshal Bertrand. What is it, Penelope?
Customs officer coming aboard, sir.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Give him this, will you?
Aye, aye.
Edmond, close the door. How is the Emperor?
From his appearance, very well.
You mean you actually saw him?
He came into the Marshal's apartment while I was there.
And you spoke to him?
It was he who spoke to me, monsieur.
What did he say?
Oh, he just asked me questions about the Pharaon. Where we come from, where we were bound, and what was our cargo. Well, I told him I was only the mate, and that the ship, in fact, belonged to the Morel and Son of Marseille. But, do you know, he stopped me at once. Uh-huh. I know them, he said. Yes. Morel and Son have been ship owners for generations. Why, there was even a Morel in the same regiment when I was garrisoned at Valence.
But it's true. Old Polycar Morel, my uncle.
Uh-huh.
They made him a captain soon afterwards. Edmond, you must meet him. You must tell him that the Emperor remembers him.
Of course I will, if you wish.
But I insist. He'll burst with pride. Edmond, you did right to obey Captain Leclerc's wishes. But all the same, you should take care.
Aye?
Yes. You've landed at Elba, you've handed a packet to the Marshal, and spoken with the Emperor. If such things became known here, you might well find yourself compromised.
Why? I mean, I didn't know what was in the package. And I only spoke a few words with Bonaparte, and, well, there was no mention of politics.
I believe you, Edmond, but there are others who might not. In these days, with a Bourbon on the throne of France, a wise man keeps his own counsel.
As I shall mine.
Yes, I'm sure you will. Tell me, is the ship's business done?
Yes, everything's arranged.
Fine, then I can give you a lift back to the shore in my skiff.
That's very kind of you, Monsieur Morel.
Tell me, Edmond, have you been satisfied with Danglars on this voyage?
I think he does his duties well enough.
But as a comrade?
Oh, we aren't comrades. He doesn't like me.
Why not?
Well, it's possibly my fault. We quarreled, and, well, I challenged him. I shouldn't have done so because it was a very silly business, and I think he did quite right to refuse. But I'm afraid he hasn't forgiven me.
Back to Fort Saint-Jean. Edmond, if you had no plans tonight, I should like you to dine with me.
That's very kind of you, Monsieur Morel, but I must beg to be excused. There's somebody I must visit.
Oh, so that's it. The lovely Mercedes. How stupid of me. She called on me 3 times last week.
On you, monsieur?
Yes, on me, requesting news of you. Oh, not in so many words, but her concern over the whereabouts of the Pharaon touched me very deeply. My dear Edmond, you have a very handsome mistress.
She's not my mistress. She's my betrothed.
They're sometimes one and the same thing.
Not with us, monsieur.
Well, anyway, you should marry her as soon as you can.
Well, at once, if you'd have me.
Well, she'll be a fool if she doesn't, but she will, I promise you. And I told you I've seen her rather more recently than you.
Well, I know you have, monsieur, but you don't mean to say that she told you that...
No, she told me nothing. She's very proud. She confided nothing in me, but she had no need to. Her eyes betrayed her secret. Take it from me, Edmond. Mercedes, the Catalan, loves Captain Dantès.
Well, that's that. Did you say,
Must I speak more plainly? Captain.
Monsieur Morel, Monsieur Morel, you made me the happiest man in the world. This was my dearest wish.
And the right one, as it's come true, Edmund, my arm.
Ah, yes. But how can I ever thank you enough?
By proving me an excellent judge of seamen and by inviting me to your wedding feast.
And no guest shall be more welcome.
And I accept very gladly.
Ah.
Please, Fernand. It's quite useless to go on.
But your mother wanted us to get married.
My mother is dead.
But the wishes of the dead are sacred.
We were children then. If my mother had lived, she would never have forced me to marry against my will.
Well, we are cousins, Mercedes.
That's not a reason.
That's the greatest reason in the world. We Catalans hold into marriage to be a sacred law.
It's a custom, not a law.
God.
I don't despise it. But I don't have to obey it.
I don't understand you. I don't know how any woman can talk like this. But I love you, Mercedes. I have dreamed for 10 years of becoming your husband.
I beg you not to ask for what you know is impossible. I've always told you that I can only love you as my brother. You know I'm truly fond of you.
Loved by you, I could tempt fortune. You would bring me luck. I would grow rich and bring you happiness in return.
You forget, you're a soldier. There isn't a war, so you earn your bread as a fisherman. So remain a fisherman. Accept my friendship and ask for nothing more.
Cruel you are.
But I would be cruel to pretend other than I feel.
You still love Dantes?
Yes.
Oh. Then you're a fool. He's a sailor with a pretty face who deceives you a dozen times every voyage he makes. I'll kill him!
You might try, but I tell you this, Fernand. If you provoke him, you will lose my friendship. If you harm him, I will hate you till the day I die.
Mercedes!
Edmond! Edmond, here I am!
Ah, mignon.
What is it, Edmond?
Oh, your pardon. I didn't see that there were three of us. Well, who is this gentleman?
Someone who shall be your friend. The man I love best in all the world after you. We are like brother and sister. Come, Edmond, don't you remember him? It's my cousin, Fernand.
Ah, yes, of course. Do forgive me. I didn't think to meet an enemy in this house.
An enemy? Never. There will be no enemies in my house. None, do you understand? There is only Fernand, my cousin. And he will clasp your hand in friendship. Oh, Edmond.
Will you marry me? Mercedes?
You know I
No.
will.
I don't mean next month or next week, but tomorrow. Say you will. Mercedes?
Yes, Edmond. Yes.
Look at him, Douglas. Poor Fernand, the rejected lover. What a picture.
I find it sad. I thought the Catalans had more spirit.
She loves Dantes. She will marry him. If I kill him, she will kill herself.
Ah, women say these things. They never do them.
She hasn't said it, and she would do it. I know Mercedes.
Well, then if you can't stick your knife in Dantes' ribs, you must find another remedy.
Pepper, feeling on a bottle.
You talk like a fool. There's no remedy for me.
Oh, but there is. Absence severs as well as death.
What absence? The Pharaon doesn't sail for months.
No. Ships have a habit of returning to port.
No, my dear Fernand, I had in mind a more permanent absence, the kind provided by a prison.
Prison?
Yes, the walls of a dungeon would separate Dantes and Mercedes as effectually as any tombstone.
Well, how are you going to put poor Dantes into prison? Has he killed? Has he robbed? No, he has not.
Hold your tongue.
Ah, well, why should I? I like Dantes. Why should poor Dantes go to prison? Captain Dantes, your health.
Let him run on. He's drunk.
Drunk or sober, he still makes sense. What crime has Dantes committed?
Not so fast, Fernand. First tell me this. Is Dantes in prison as good as Dantes dead?
Better. While Dantes lives, so does Mercedes.
And passion needs fulfillment to survive. Whatever she feels now, she'd want a man in the end, and take one. You, Fernand.
Talk. Oh, I know your kind. You see a man down in his luck and you amuse yourself.
You don't know me at all. Père Pamphile. Pen, ink, and paper.
You really have evidence to send Dantes to prison?
I have knowledge, which might serve equally well. On the voyage home, the Pharaon stopped at Elba. I think he delivered secret documents to Marshal Bertrand.
But you think? What use is this?
Very little. But I know that Dantes returned with a letter from the Marshal to the Bonapartist committee in Paris.
Will he let you see it?
He was careless in concealing it.
Such a letter would have to be delivered personally.
It would hardly be likely to arrive if you posted it.
Well, he must be still in his possession. Monsieur, then I can denounce him.
If you denounced him, they would make you sign a declaration and then confront him.
What of it?
He won't be in prison forever. When he comes out, he'll seek out the man who betrayed him.
Well, let him come. I'll kill him the more gladly.
He might kill you. Can't you see the real danger? Mercedes would learn the truth.
I hadn't thought of that.
It's as well I'm here to think for you. No, my friend. There's a simpler way, just as effective. The anonymous denunciation written with the left hand. Monsieur, the Procureur du Roi is informed by a friend of the throne and religion that Edmond Dantes, mate of the ship Pharaon, now arrived at Marseille, has been entrusted with a letter from the usurper to the Bonapartist committee in Paris. This letter is still in his possession. There. Now, do you understand?
Yes. It's very clever. There's one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
I hate Dantes. I declare it openly. Why do you hate him, Danglars?
Whatever makes you think I do.
When you feel like I do never mistake the sentiments of others.
I assure you in this instance you're very much mistaken. If I have an attitude of Dantes, it is one of total indifference. For you, my friend, I have the sympathy one feels for a friend in distress. My only aim was to show you there is a way out of your difficulties. However, since you seem to doubt
No, I was wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You have given me the weapon I need.
All that's needed now is to address it. Monsieur, le procureur du roi. There. That's settled.
Yes, it's settled. It's all settled. And it'd be an infamous shame.
It would indeed. No one will be sorrier than I if anything happened to the worthy Dantes.
And to what purpose?
Good heavens, Caderousse. You didn't think I was serious? It was a joke, man. Look. Does that satisfy you?
Well, that's all right. But Dantes is my friend, my dear friend. I won't have him ill-used.
Now, friends, a toast. For Captain Dantes and his lovely bride.
Why?
Do as I say, or you're lost. Captain Dantes. And his bride.
Dantes and his lovely wife. And look!
What's that?
Look, it's magic. They're here. Edmond! My dear friend. Mademoiselle. You'll never believe it. We were just drinking your health.
Well, we do believe it because we heard you. It was a gesture as kind as it was unexpected.
It
was natural that Caderousse and I should raise our glasses to your future happiness, Captain Dantes. I think it was noble of poor Fernand here to join us.
It was.
He brought us your news with a breaking heart, but he accepts defeat like a man. You can be proud of your cousin, mademoiselle.
I am more than proud. Dear Fernand.
My dear fellow, I'm a ship's captain and a bridegroom on the same day. I've yet to offer you my congratulations.
Well, I've yet to become a bridegroom, Monsieur Danglars.
You can soon set that to rights.
And that's exactly what we intend.
Wonderful. Wonderful news. Another bottle.
No, not now.
But tomorrow, Captain...
Tomorrow, well, we invite you all to our feast.
Even poor Fernand.
Especially Fernand. My wife's brother is my brother.
Tomorrow? Of course. We're always in a hurry to be happy.
Well, that's true. But that's not the only reason for our haste. I have to go to Paris.
Oh, really, Captain Dantes? Have you business there?
Not on my own, no. It's something I promised to do for poor Captain Leclerc.
The wishes of a dying man. Their fulfillment is a sacred duty.
They are to me. And now, if you'll excuse me...
Not another word. We've delayed you too long already. Mademoiselle Mercedes, Captain Dantes is the luckiest man alive. Goodbye, my dear chap.
Goodbye, Monsieur Danglars.
Till tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Edmond.
Fool. Would you ruin it all now?
What's happened? Is he gone?
He's gone, that's all. What do you want with him?
There's something I must tell him. I can't remember.
You're drunk, Caderousse. Come, take my arm.
I don't want your arm. I want my dear friend Dantes.
Come on, I'll take you home.
There's something I have to tell him. But I can't remember.
Goodbye, Fernand.